Hey, traders. Welcome to the Wednesday stream. Not too good. Not a good one. I mean, I guess the highlight of the day was when Bitcoin was down 4.2%. But now it's down more. Now it's down over $2,000. It's broken below critical supports, 44.4 to 45.5. And there's not much below you, really. I mean, you've got the heart line of the channel we're confined within, and you've got the 200 simple moving average on the 4-hour, but no discernible edge on the oscillators yet, though you are the most oversold you've been since February 21st. February 21st. Right here, the selling wasn't even finished yet, right? But yeah, that's negative momentum's building. Not too good. I mean, we were holding it yesterday, but we remember it was the discussion, if you were able to watch the stream, was there was confirmation of distribution, but you were still above supports. So now the distribution confirmation has manifested into lower lows than previous low. So you now have a lower high, you now have a lower low. So short-term downtrend starting to develop. But yeah. Without an edge, there's no way of knowing. There's no impending price action reversal going on right now. I guess if we look left, there's a low from March 2nd, 2021, right there, that you haven't even touched yet, the bottom of it. So that's it, man. Lower highs, and you could be working on an M shape or a bearish dragon pattern, bearish dragon breakout already. So I think the targets are like 39K and down there, but like 37.7's where your next more major support is, I guess. So what's up, Arabian Club? Thanks, dude. So that's hey man, I mean, dang, I'll tell you, how about that, right? How freaking, I mean, in its own right, how amazing is that like this channel's supply line was tested, and that was it. It was tested, and that is exactly where the reversal, occurred for now. I don't know how far we'll go to the downside until we get something a little bit better looking on the oscillators. Your daily here, it's unfortunate. The areas we were testing and holding are not holding now, and so the next level that you would reasonably think Bitcoin on the daily could go to, 42K, $42,000, like. Really, I mean, that makes the most sense, but hey, maybe you never get there. Maybe this wick from February 28th somehow holds or something. But yeah, you would think that the next major levels of inflection between 46 and 40,600 and then 42K, the gray zone. Could never break that 200-day moving average. You technically couldn't even test it. Couldn't even test the 200 before pulling back. The negative momentum's building. What's kind of interesting is, how long this is going to take. As long as the asset never falls below 37.7 and begins its pivot, hidden bullish divergence would begin to develop, but way too early to even call that. It's not even a thing yet. I'm just saying, if you somehow did pivot higher than 37.7, it would start developing. So, yeah, it will be the lowest daily candle close since March 23rd, and that is it for now. Let's go to Ethereum. That I would say TA respected even more so now. I mean, we're just sitting there and it's like, well, you can't say the 4 hour isn't showing very real bearish variables at a very real level of inflection, and you were testing it, and then you bearishly engulfed and closed the day below it, and then immediate fall through price action, very bad, and now you're below that low from April 1st. And then looks like maybe you're trying to test the February 16th peak. I'm not sure if it's really that strong. I mean, there have been times where it's been resistance before. I don't know. I don't think it's never ever really been used as support though. Never, only resistance. So it's a level right there. It's like 3,200, 3,190. But to me, Bitcoin's going to 42 again, then Ethereum's going to 3,000 again, where you are the most oversold on the 4 hour you've been since January 23rd, 24th. I mean, like, that was the literal bottom right here. That's how oversold you are. You're that oversold, and you're still up 46% from that low. Yeah, so when you go on extended waves like this, even if things are reversing, they're uptrending, I mean, an asset just from this low from March 13th, right, to the highest high, it went up 44% in 21 days. You can't be surprised. That is a lot of yield in a very short period of time. And if you start on the 4 hour, you start hitting 1.618s that are confluent with horizontal line resistances, with type 2 returns at the PCZ of the bearish crab. you know, it's slightly higher high, and you're stagnating, and you can't catch the bids. Yeah. And the bearish divergence there, it's like, yeah, you cannot be surprised at all. So the daily, it'll be the lowest daily candle close since March 27th. Getting hit harder than Bitcoin today, and as you can see, unable to capture highs really above the 200 moving average for more than a couple days. Pretty bad. And the negative momentum is beginning to show. The first time we've seen this much, since we've seen negative momentum since March 15th. That could continue to build. Sure it could. Good news, there wasn't really a strong, bearish divergence really on the daily. You're pulling back though, and at this level, it seems like it might make more sense for 3K. Just looking left, and without an edge, now would seem like maybe we'd have to look at that until it starts pivoting and doing something different. You'd have to say maybe 3K. Ethereum's down a lot more than Bitcoin, 6.3%, $213. Yep, and that's again 44% in 21 days. Things can happen. Reversals, short-term reversals can happen. I'll tell you, all that has to happen is if Ethereum can eventually somehow, some way make a major discernible swing low pivot above 2485, 2500, it'll be just another higher low. And then, could you imagine 3 rising valleys developing? It would be a textbook 3 rising valleys if we sold off, even if you fell below 3K. Yeah, I'm serious. Even if you fall below critical supports, and you just make a proportionate higher low, and then what happens on the oscillator, you can imagine big negative momentum. You'd be looking at hidden bullish divergence on a 3rd consecutive higher low. That'd be classic accumulation structure. So you can't even be like fretting until we fall below the previous low, because it could pull a silver and make that 3rd low, and we get an edge, and then it could just be an opportunity to reaccumulate or add to your long-term holdings or whatever. So, yep. Risk spitballing. Okay. Here's a total market cap, for the 80th time. It was just steel wall. It was so real. It was undeniable. It was like, holy crap, man. I guess it's just never going to break it. And eventually you test so many times and fail. Yeah, you're going to roll over. You rolled over. It seems like you got a little bit lower to go, probably 1.9 trillion. But again, I mean, if Bitcoin's going to 42K, if Ethereum's going to 3,000, then maybe 1.78 trillion again for a back test. Because you never really, after you broke it, I know locally you break and then, you then back test. You could do that. And then it would be 1, 2, 3 consecutive higher lows on total. And same argument for Ethereum. Could be on this one too. Cool. All right. So not a good day for equities. Terrible day for crypto, man. Where you've got some of the worst performers. Doge down 16.5%, True down 13%, as it was trying to break out. That's talking about what a scrub. Band, WRX, DGB, YFII, ETC, ZRX, and many others down over 10% today. Yeah, that's what happens. Welcome to the effing show if you're new. But if you're new, I hope you didn't buy like literally the top, right? I mean, you buy, you're supposed to buy on second lows with divergence and stuff. Like none of the trade setups posted, talking early March, mid-March, none of them are stopped out after some hit targets, and they're pulling back after they hit their targets. Yep. It's like you trade in the daily. Okay, let's go to BNB, I guess. Down 4.68%. It tried. It was trying. You can't really blame BNB for this. I mean, it's falling below 429, a critical area, critical support. And maybe makes a higher low again. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, not really what you're looking for here. You want to be above 429. It's just gonna, it's really not falling as bad as Ethereum, just as bad as Bitcoin. So breaking support that you were trying to stay above, you couldn't sustain it because of the macro. Okay. Sol down 8.6%. Couldn't sustain. Could not sustain prices above a critical area, and now you're, you know, you blasted through it. You're falling below a high from February 7th, 8th. And it seems like the next only target that makes any sense at all is 105. I could easily see this asset going to 105 here. Yeah, there wasn't really much any bearish divergence. It's just after an asset has a wave up that makes it appreciate in value at its peak 84% in 20 days. You just can't be surprised if eventual pullbacks occur. I bet you there was 4-hour bearish divergence. I've not really been looking at the 4-hour on this because we've been playing the dailies. Let's see, 4-hour bearish divergence. A little bit. It was kind of tough to discern. Yeah, it started. I don't know, man. It was tough. Wow, that's crazy. 4-hour on Sol. Not even oversold yet. Dang. So yeah, we could go to 105, and that would be like a level that could be a support because it's been resistance before, like three times in history. Other than that, nothing. Okay, Sol, and then XRP down 5.3%. Yeah, man, what I'm talking about. It's like no one's buying it. It's like, okay, cool, dude. No one's gonna buy it. It's not performing very well. It should be blasting off, but no, it's not gonna happen. So couldn't even make a higher high. It hasn't. Literally, XRP still to this day, unlike many others have now begun to make higher highs, or they did. XRP hasn't made a higher high since the buying climax April 14th of last year. It's been like a literal year since a real higher lows occurred. That is really bad. That's just like trash. Even though nice setup technically on traditional markets, no one's buying it. I mean, hopefully it can hold above 69 cents because that's the support. I mean, that's probably where XRP's headed. You know it is. If Bitcoin keeps selling off and Ethereum keeps selling off, it's going to dump more. So, sorry, man. Like, opportunity presents itself and then no buyers. No one buys it. So, clearly not that important of an asset. Okay, Luna. Luna. Did it hit 120? Gosh dang it, dude. Remember the target on Luna was 120? Well, it hit a high of 119.55. That close, man. 45 cents from the target for selling off. But, dude, it's down 6.8%, but who cares? Look at it, man. It's so much better than everything else, even after just this sell-off here. That's crazy. I mean, you're still above your old all-time highs. Still above the neckline of that potential cut with handle. It's incredible. But yeah, bearish divergence, I would say that's pretty real. You know, either one of these peaks is higher than this peak. So yeah, showing bearish divergence now on the daily on Luna, only after hitting 119.55. But dang, dude, how incredible compared to so many other assets. Right, like we just look, it's like complete opposite of XRP. XRP hasn't made a higher high in a year on the daily. And then Luna's over here only making higher highs, higher lows no matter what happens. Far superior to XRP. We're talking about technicals. It's like they shouldn't even be in the same sentence together based on technicals. Here is your S&P 500 gap down, but you know, had a rally at the end. Of course, man. It's not going to just collapse the whole day, I guess. But as we were here yesterday talking about it, you did get a candle close confirmation below a critical area, and what it gapped down today. The Federal Reserve, you know, announced that they're going to be tapering 95 billion off their balance sheet every month now. 50 basis point rise in interest rates, right? So I'm thinking, or talking to somebody, and it's like, if you want a 30-year fixed mortgage, I think it's like 5% now. And that's going to keep going up. That's crazy that it's already at 5% for a lot of mortgage companies. And that's going to stop this real estate insanity. You keep this up at this pace, man, holy crap. Real estate market will calm down. Okay, so yeah, another bad thing about the S&P is you close below the 200-day simple moving average again. That's awful. And, you know, though you couldn't say it was technical hidden bearish divergence, it was so close to like Class B hidden bearish divergence. There's a technicality on why you couldn't say hidden bearish divergence, even though it was so close. Even like we know the other index funds are certainly showing hidden bearish divergence. Just not this one, because slightly higher than the previous high. Okay, well, it's still playing out like it was hidden bearish divergence. So there's just not, I mean, unless you catch a miraculous gap fill. I mean, what happens tomorrow? Maybe you fill the gap, and maybe you probably go and back test 45 as resistance before rolling over again to confirm what was once resistance is resistance again. All market participants understand that now, and see a buy going down to 4,300 again. I mean, that would make too much sense if that happened tomorrow, or at least the next few days or whatever. Right, gap fill, back test, dump, and yeah, that's it. So we can move on. Dow Jones. That was the one we were certainly showing hidden bearish divergence on this. But defensive stocks held up today. I mean, a lot of utility companies prevented the Dow Jones from getting as wrecked as like the dude. You see the Qs, Nasdaq. We're gonna look at it. So remember, you know, yesterday's very, very successful back test of what was once resistance was resistance again, and now a little fall through, and there's that hidden bearish divergence that was undeniable, still in its development, about to go negative again. And you just can't be surprised to see 33.7 again. But hey, maybe it's an inverse head and shoulders developing. Oh, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens down here, dude. It's not good though. You are not in an uptrend. You are in a midterm downtrend. That is undeniable. Someone's lying to you if they're saying that we're somehow in a midterm uptrend. You've made consecutive lower highs, lower lows, and you just put in a fresh, yes, hot off the presses, another lower high than the previous high. So now it's time to dump again and see what this trend's made of. Will the supports hold, or will the midterm downtrend continue where and how will the continuation occur when you fall below your previous lows, which would be 32.6. That would be really, really bad. Recession hype. If you're doing that, like for real, that's major recession stuff. If you're making a lower low than the previous low you put in after all that divergence, the most divergence we had seen since the COVID crash, more bullish divergence than you saw in the COVID crash. And if the COVID crash received an injection from the Federal Reserve that made it have the fastest 30% markup in S&P history, or Dow Jones history, I guess, and that was it, yeah, you're in a lot of trouble. Everyone's in a lot of trouble in terms of equities. So, yeah, I mean, you're in no man's land, kind of. I would think maybe you rally or something, but I would think 33.7 is kind of the target here until you break back above 35.1. Nasdaq, gap down, and we said yesterday it is a certainty, a 100% certainty, that if the S&P and Dow Jones that broke their supports yesterday, if they caught follow through and sold off, this would certainly fall below the critical area it closed above yesterday. There you go. The 100% certainty was certain. You gap down. Now maybe, like the S&P, tomorrow you catch a relief rally and you back test the old resistance as resistance and you fill the gap at the same time. That would make too much sense. Before you know, and then the target after all that, unless it gets back above 14.1, the target right now, as I speak, is still 13K. There's nothing that this asset would really do besides straight up, straight down between 13K and 14.1. So just do not be fooled if we catch a relief rally tomorrow. And the hidden bearish divergence, pretty much there, man. I mean, that's just like the Dow Jones. Okay, good luck. Nasdaq wrecked. If you want to look at the Qs, it held a support. some it kind of like it held this like level, this July 16th and October 5th support, ask support again, but don't get, you know, excited. I mean, fill a gap, whatever. Maybe you go down to 338 and inverse head and shoulders, and it might be the most legendary inverse head and shoulders of all time. But you know, as I'm saying that, there was hidden bearish divergence of some sort. It looks like, kind of. I mean, it just depends on the peaks you're using. This one here, it was. Yep. Yeah. What happened again? This is very, very bad on the Qs. Where once it was a resistance, just kidding, again. So did you just confirm that the 200-day simple moving average is resistance? When do you ever do that? Did we do it the COVID crash? Straight down, straight up. Nah, it wasn't even touched. It wasn't even regarded. Yeah, mass infusion of capital. We did it we did it in 2018. Yep, you know, you fell below it once and then twice and then rolled over, and then from that second test and rejection, the Qs fell as low as it dropped 17% in 23 days after that second test of the 200 simple moving average as resistance. So could you imagine the downside potential after doing that? What happened before 2018 when it did that? It never does that. Like, it's very, very rare that the Qs are getting below the 200 moving average and things are healthy. All right. All right, you want to be above the 200, and you just confirmed the 200 is resistance. Look at this. I mean, look, right, you know what? You go back to 2008 and you see what happened. I'm not trying to scare people and stuff. I'm just saying, like, look what happened. You know, you rallied above everyone, you couldn't hold, you sold off, you made a lower high, and again, right, you fell below it twice before the dump. All right, so we know the Russell 2000 fell below its critical supports yesterday. All bets are off when you do that. Very bad, very bearish. There's nothing holding you up till the next support, which was the lowest low pretty much of the dump before the rally. There it is. Nice follow through after the bearish engulfing candle, bearish breakdown. Now you are testing the old supply line as a demand line, but whatever. I don't care. Like, there's just... I don't think you can call this a major formal support in December 2020.
Can you take a look at CeeLo? Thanks, smile.
So Marco, sure, I guess. Thanks for the 20 euro, dude. I hope you make a higher low, but dude, it's just so bad, dude. It's just so bad. What's up, Crypto Hoarder, man? Thanks for the 105.47, dude. Cheers. Cheers, dude.
Crypto_hoarder tipped $105.47. Appreciate you. Always. 0.033000000 ETH.
The appreciation is certainly mutual. All right. Never forget that. Always know how grateful I am, even if I'm not able. You know, I may not be very good at articulating things. So just know deep down, it's unreal. It's like crazy gratitude. Thank you, dude. Shout out to the man himself, the king. What's up, Mr. Biz? Yeah, we'll look at that. All right, so we're just below the support, and I mean, I get you.
Can we look at FMC? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, dude. Yep. I just don't know. This is kind of, if you have to use the context. This is an S coin. The S&P is Bitcoin. Whatever. Same type of thinking on the macro. This just follows it and normally underperforms. So I would just think if the S&P and Dow Jones have broken, and Nasdaq, they've all broken their formal supports, and so is the Russell 2000. You would think if the S&P catches fall through the downside, there's no way. There's no effing way the Russell 2000 holds this little level here as support. This little supply line, demand line now. It would go to like 1926 would be your target. I'm sorry. All right. Gold. I don't like this, man. I don't like this price action. This should be, if it's playing the hedge and things are okay, this should be rallying, and it's not doing anything. It's somehow. Do you understand how crazy this is? I mean, like, you broke back above the 1921, September of 2011, highest high of all time. And then how many days? 5 days in a row, going on 6 of testing it. Look at that. I mean, it's so real, but the price action is very bad. Like the 4 hour makes me think, oh man, this is recession stuff. Think about it. All these commodities did the exact same thing they did before or during the global financial crisis. If you saw all commodities, they had massive, unbelievable, straight line parabolic runs. And then they started to crash. And the crash has maybe just begun for them. But I'm just saying, history doesn't always repeat itself, but it oftentimes rhymes. And the commodities are doing kind of exactly what they do. S and SJ and K, and then you got the yield curve inversions. You got a lot of problems, and gold is not really doing it for me. This doesn't make me feel very confident for now, but you are still, until it changes, you're still above support. You're fine like a fruit fly is fine. Literally. That's gold. You're fine like a fruit fly is fine. Look, man, the entry the trade setup 1810 or whatever. You rallied, you got your nice run, but dang, dude. Buying climax and literally just confirmation for now that there are just way less market participants owning gold than there was March 9th. And the momentum is shifting bearishly. I don't like, I mean, it's almost like a rectangle with a partial rise. I don't like a head and shoulders continuation. I guess in rare circumstances it would happen. But dude, you're hanging on by a thread, and I don't really like it. I hate this stuff. It just, ugh. Please prove me wrong. Please never fall below supports, hold, and then rally like violently, where we wake up and it's like, oh my God, gold's up 5%. What? First time in a long time. Whatever. All right. Silver, all metals, same thing, dude. If it was bad on gold, it's gonna be worse on others, right? Silver had a nice rally, nicer rally than gold today or yesterday, but still, look at it, man. It's below all formal supports. There's not much going on between 23 bucks and 25 bucks besides straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. So you could eventually go straight down to 23 again, and it wouldn't be weird. I'm just talking about levels. We're talking about levels. You're not oversold. And you back tested multiple times what was once should have been support in a bullish world. What was once resistance a billion times is now resistance again. That's just not good. It's not good. Price action for now, you know. I hope things turn around, dude. I really do. My God, it'd be amazing. But yep. Copper though, hey man, copper. Not really good, man. It's like bulls are trying and trying and trying. They just keep failing. They keep failing, dude. Bad. And I just look at the 4 hour and I see this, man. It's like, you know, oh my God, are you going to be so weak that you can't even get to a pattern completion zone? You know, it's the X, the A, the B, the C, and the D. C, you can't even get there. My God, is that how weak it is? I mean, minimum 786 for a cipher. But you couldn't. I mean, it's like, it's just stagnation, it seems to me. It just looks like stagnation. Market participants certainly got it back above a critical area, the same area like gold, so like 2011. But you held it, you back tested as support. And so strong, you never even back tested it on the seconds, and you rallied a slightly, pathetically higher high. And no follow through, nothing. And now you're just right back down. It's just not good price action right now. Like, where are the bids? I don't know, man. Money printer is legit getting cut. They're cutting the money printer, and they're raising interest rates. And inflation's insanely high still. None of that shit. Nothing. No inflation has tapered. None. All right. If this is like we're rolling over on the equities and we go into some sort of recession or whatever, or, you know, different metrics in measuring the recession. It's like multiple quarters with lower GDP, but also like, you know, technicals, right? Could be, what is it, down 20 or 30% or something like that too. Yeah, that's going on, man. I could understand. Could understand why everything's having trouble. Platinum, we knew, yeah, rough, dude, rough stuff. Really rough, and that could continue. I wouldn't be looking at metals, or I'm not looking at metals, and I'm not, or I am looking at metals, and I'm not optimistic right now. Hey, nickel's down 54%. I don't. This is broken. I gotta find another chart. All right, let's go to U.S. oil. All right, yeah, dude, this is not good, right? Buying climax, lower high, and now you're working on a lower low. Now you got hopium, maybe for a shark here, maybe. But dude, look what's happening. Like on the 4 hour anyway, you know this very well respected trend line. It was the Jesus. It was the Jesus. Well, guess what you've just done on the 4 hour? You've just broken below it, and now you are successfully back testing what was once a resistance as resistance again. Look at the 200 moving average. Ooh, that rejecting it like, dude, oil, everything on paper, many things on paper get wrecked in recessions. So just pay attention, because these things that were sky high, this is what happened at the end of runs. Scott Carney talks about this. Oh, by the way, Scott Carney and me tomorrow on his stream, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. We'll be live together on his stream. All right, check him out. So just think about, I know it was a long cycle, but look what happened at the end. A crazy buying climax, and it didn't matter. Everything was dumping. Gold, silver.
It's coming.
Oil. What's up, Moon Lambo? Thanks for the 776. Thank you, dude.
Check out Glunsey for review as well. Thank you.
So, Mr. Biz, yeah, we'll look at that too. Thank you, dude. Yeah, man, this is not the stuff you want to see. I mean, hey, it looked like we had a chance. It was rallying. Oh, then an engulfing candle, then immediate rejection and invalidated engulfing candle. Bearish stuff. Bearish for now. You gotta be careful, because below 100 is 86.91. That's probably your next target. Guess what? Here's the problem. Are oil prices at the pump going down? No, they're not. They're not going down. Even if, I bet you, if U.S. oil goes to 86.91 right here on this, on paper, on the chart, U.S. Prices for oil on gas will not go down. Hey, let's take a look at wheat that was down 0.67% today. No edge at all. You haven't seen positive Momo since the 15th of March. I think you're going to 919 eventually to test that. Corn futures, unreal. I think they got the mix up right. Hey, didn't they make the joke about Bitcoin being Bitcorn? Yeah, they started buying corn accidentally. They set their algos up for corn. Dumb idea. They should have been buying Bitcoin. But yeah, I mean, somehow Rudy Poo, like where this is a massive reaction area where there should be a sell-off, it's just flagging right now. And there is hidden bullish divergence that is very well developed. Oh my God, could you imagine the whole world starts rolling over, all these charts collapsing, dumping, lower lows, lower highs. Oh my God. And then corn is the moon chart. It plays out, measure moves, takes it to price discovery. God. What just happened? Bitcoin is near its session lows. Not quite there yet. When will they flip the switch? What kind of switch you talking about, dude? Oh, things have to get way worse. You're talking about where they start turning the money printer back on? Dude, they understand what they're doing. They know, like, hey, either runaway inflation or recession. We got to go with the recession. We got to. There will be riots probably if inflation just keeps getting... We get more and more super inflation, we're screwed. So, raise interest rates. This whole buying frenzy on houses is going to cool down. They're going to try to get those interest rates up as high as they can, as fast as they can. Let's see. Watch this disappear. Coffee down 1.6%, but still above the levels. Still above its critical areas. Until you fall below 219, you're fine. Orange juice down a little bit today. Just it's an M shape, but it'd be more like, I would think, again, commodities. I don't know if coffee's gonna fare well if everything's rolling over, right? But this would be a crab pattern. The 1.618 would be the target eventually. Again, this is orange juice, 183. So I'll move to Florida, start farming oranges together, start a orange farm, and then we'll all get on farmersonly.com and be orange juice farmers, and that's how we're gonna get all the ladies. Okay, it's coming. Cattle futures, where the momentum looks like it's shifting, it held up today. One of the only things green. And I don't know. Like it's not real yet. It's still a potential momentum shifting structure. You got to break the neckline, which I think in 136, but right below the neckline is like a crazy inflection zone. So, you know, as it fell below it here, March 4th, it still rallied. But we'll see. It's looking like momentum shifting, but need more data. We need a technical breakdown. You're close to it. Cotton down 1.3% after what? After testing 140, a major resistance, 2011 high. You may be flagging. My God, you imagine you're bull flagging here. Ridiculous on cotton. If you break 140, there is nothing there until a gap fill at 195. Still bullish on the price of your t-shirt or any clothing you buy. Soybean futures still holding on. My God, it's hanging on to 115.85. You know, we'll see how high the rally takes us. You might test 1654, make a lower high on the previous side. That would confirm what's going on here. This is what I figured corn would be doing, but no, corn's just flagging. This, I think this maybe has already made a type 2, and it's just, you know, there's just demand here, and demand is just being absorbed by sellers, and you'll rally, make a lower high to confirm distribution, and then once you test it again, you'll probably break it and then roll over and make a more reasonable pullback, which I think a bullish 5.0 would take you to 1469, and then maybe 1436 is an actual formal support resistance. We have to go to Bitcoin though right now because we are about to be at session lows. Sorry that we're dumping, man. Down 5%. Lows of the day. Here it is. Again, below 44.4. We knew there's not much support. Well, you were holding it yesterday, but when you break support, you have to understand what can happen. This isn't like weird that it's doing this since it didn't hold support and confirm distribution locally. And that doesn't mean it's all over for Bitcoin. We're going to zero, but below 44.4, there's not too much formal support looking left for a minute. I mean, again, like on the daily, it's 42K, which isn't very far away at all now, right? What's up, yo, son? Thanks, dude. Glad you joined and supported the channel and what I do here, and I'm glad there's reciprocity, right? It's like you join Patreon, you support this, but then you get support by learning more about traditional technical analysis. That's all it is, dude. You know. So thanks for that. So we just had to go back to Bitcoin for a minute. There's less than 12 minutes till the daily close. I guess if you're enjoying the coverage of this unfortunate carnage, hit that like button, the bullet sub. Thanks for being here. Down about $2,200 right now. $200 moving average just upon you on the 4 hour. And then again, going back to the daily. Yep, all formal supports, locally broken, you know, the range, which is 44.4. Again, what would make the most sense, I think it's 42K, even though there was one time that there was a massive rally, February 28th, when it tested 43,000. I just don't, you know, when there's only one test, it doesn't make it the strongest. You're looking for assets. You're looking for areas where almost as many times as possible. The more times historically an asset has, you know, reversed or rallied violently or pivoted off of an area, that's the stronger support. So the stronger support certainly 42 to 40K. And that is not very far away, right? A few $1,000s. Well, I mean, like 42K, the top of it's about, you know, $1,300 away. Yeah. So we have multiple new patrons who joined in the past 48 hours. So I'm going to give a shout out to them real quick. Muna, Nick, Claire, Dean H, Yosun. Wait. Yep, Yosun. And then, yeah, that's it. Thank y'all for joining the Patreon. Please be sure to sing the Patreon Discord. You've probably already done that, but you got to do that. That's where all the value is, the education and the value in the Discord. Thank y'all. Ethereum, similar situation, continues to sell off near its session lows. Almost, it was down, you know, almost 7%. And, you know, you're hanging on to one peak from February 15th, but, it, you know, and I guess it's another high from September 24th. That's it, though. The stronger support, $2,900 to $3,000. So it happens, man. Again, it was the 4-hour, and this is something that has been happening a lot lately. I've noticed Bitcoin can be pretty unclear. Like, it can be not showing a discernible edge, but Ethereum is. Just like this was it. Like right here, Ethereum made its, on the bearish bat, made the lower high, double top, confirmation high, the type 2 return of the bearish bat, and showed hidden bearish divergence at that confirmation high. Bitcoin wasn't showing an edge, but we were looking at this, and it played out, and Bitcoin dumped too, right? But it was Bitcoin drove Ethereum down. But so you just have to start thinking about this as maybe a new thing, or just a meta, I don't know, a TA meta, where if you're unclear on Bitcoin, Ethereum's probably telling the story. Ethereum's probably giving us what we need to have some sort of discernible edge, because it keeps doing it. It just keeps presenting more clarity on the way up and the way down. So that's it. Even here, like the M shape and then the type 2, right, from March 13th. Yeah. So Ethereum is at its session lows right now. Power hour is only 8 minutes from being finished.
Could you show
and
me
it's
in the charts when
living up to
XRP
its name,
will
is it
hit
not?
$13 and $589. I've been waiting a while and no one seems to know.
Dude, let's be real. $589 XRP will never happen, okay? It's mathematically impossible. Yeah, let's go ahead and make a video about how it's mathematically possible that we have to have like 2 or 3 Death Star, you know, world market caps for XRP to be $589. Okay. $13 still seems like almost literally never, you know. Maybe in 50 years. I don't know if it's not dead by then or something. Like, I don't know what's wrong with people just being like, hey, I can't wait to see $1 or $1.50 again, maybe, if we're lucky. Sorry, dude. So, again, session lows, fresh lows continuously occurring in these final minutes of the day. That is why we congregate here to witness the new candle being born and the old candle close. So I must remain here, as if we continue to see session lows, that's what we do. We, you know, Bitcoin or Ethereum are seeing session lows or session highs. We stick around. We don't do requests. We will, but it's just live price action. So you're witnessing it on both of these, and I'm sure many others, right? Many others. The Heartline's, I mean, I think it's the next level. I mean, 42.6 is next. Down 5.18% on Bitcoin. Yes, Marco, like I just said, we'd probably already be on request right by now. But I just said, we're seeing session highs or session lows in this stream. It's always been this way. We go to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and it's at a session lows. So when there's only 6 minutes till the daily close anyway, and after that, I'll switch it up for sure and be going to those requests. Yep, that's right. Total market cap below 2 trillion, excuse me. Wouldn't that be like 200 billion? No, wait. 2,000 billion or something for 2 trillion? Yeah. Yeah, be sure to join the Discord if you haven't. That's where you'll get notified when I go live. There it is. Okay, Bitcoin's still, again, at its session lows, so I can't really go anywhere. I'm just going to stay here, down 5.17%. 2360 right there. And, yep, I don't know if you're going to catch a bounce. with less than 5 minutes till the daily close. Just hanging out, watching it all unfold together like we would if it was going the other way. So all we can hope for now is eventually a higher low than 37.7. That's all you can hope for. Really. Four minutes. 4 minutes, chat. No, not a bearish Marabazoo. No. Bearish Marabazoo, Japanese for like a scalped head, meaning there is no hair, meaning there's no wick. What's up, Smurf Turtle 6? Thanks, dude. My God. Dang, Bitcoin contribution too. Let's go. Thank you. DCA.
Hey Mitch, I appreciate you always being here for us. You're a legend. I've been listening since 2018. 0.00204826 BTC.
Dang, man. Thank you. Seriously. Appreciate the support. These trying, troubling times for us all, right? You know, I mean, whatever. You can allocate. This was so real. I don't know. Like, you know, this was so, like, undeniable in here. And it, like, took all weekend to develop, too, before it started rolling over, right? Yesterday, Ethereum at session lows. Lowest price since March 27th and falling. We have less than 3 minutes. We'll just have an extended local on the 8s. Be local on the 7s today. Yikes. Big yikes. Bitcoin 2 at its session lows right now. And really, yeah, now you're cracking through that peak from February 2016. There just nothing makes sense till at least 3,050 here, right? I mean, you tell me. I mean, I'm not trying to claim to be an authority here. I'm just saying, like, it's starting to crack through the high from September 25th a little bit. I hope that holds, but it's just hopium, man. You know, this could be like bad action magnum stuff. What happens if this happens, dude? What happens if we got this going on? If the you know, Michelangelo continues, right? And we just see a freaking shark all of a sudden. You're just confined within the M's and the W's, man. It's just life. This is the life of Ethereum now. It's just a freaking MW-shaped party. The cipher, the bats, or the sharks. Wow. Amen. Right? 786, 886s. That's all it does. So what happens, man? I don't still make a higher low if it happens, but dang, dude, there's no edge. Like there's just it's gonna take a while before a new edge develops on the 4 hour. You'll have to finish this wave, then we'll have to get a scrub relief rally to reset the oscillators. Then we'll have to get another wave down. That's what's gonna have to happen for us to catch some sort of crazy edge on Ethereum. You know, that would imply a more major reversal to the upside. I didn't come up with Michelangelo. It was like, it was an old meme of the month winner, right? Back when Bitcoin was doing the same type of stuff. Look at, I can't even remember where it is. It's somewhere. Let's look for it while we got less than 1 minute to go till your daily candle close. If you're enjoying the live stream, like button below, so thanks so much. Yeah, found it. Yeah, this is it, dude. This was the one I was talking about. He made it up.
Neg the stonk, new egg please.
Yeah, I'll try to do this. What's up, dude? There it is. All right, it did the same thing. Bitcoin did the same thing in 2020. It was just over and over and over and over and over again. Then actually reversed there and pulled back.
Stopped. Adam has been disappointing.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, I know who it was. I know who made this. All you have to do is see that. It was Crypto Pepe Silvia, an old member of the community. Oh, 9,700 Bitcoin. Get wrecked. Old Viking hat. Nice. All right, chat. A new day has been born. Unfortunately, unfortunate Jesus chimes, you know. Rough day, man. Rough day. Lowest 4-hour candle close since March 24th. In the daily, there it was. That was a nasty red one. That was almost a bearish Marabazoo. That really was. My God, bearish engulfing candle, immediate follow the price action with a almost bearish Marabazoo. You were, good God. So yeah, 42. It would seem would make the most sense here, unless that one time, February 28th, somehow it acts as support. I don't know about that, man. That's pretty tenuous. But the good news, again, as we discussed, coming full circle here, if it ever makes a higher low than 37.7 and pivots for real, it would begin development of hidden bullish divergence. That's one thing that is okay. That's like a good thing. But you just made a higher high, and now we are working on another potential higher low. It would be stupendous. Just think, just like I did on Ethereum, you know, spitballing. Yeah, it falls below 42K. Everyone's scared and everyone quits the market, whatever, 5,000 times now, right? And then you present another higher low than the previous two lows, and then you make the hidden bullish divergence on the daily. You start pivoting, you start rallying. Classic accumulation going on. I mean, we'll see. It means you got a lot lower to go for a proportionate lower low, or higher low, excuse me. Okay, now we'll get to request. Okay, spent too long. I mean, we had to, I think it's important to spend more time across the markets when a lot of things are happening. Technical support's being broken on the index funds. Gold, silver, not performing at all. Let's go to that first request while we can. And it was Kello. And yes, nasty. It was real nasty. Yes, this is what happens if you FOMO. Look, think about an asset that, wow, hey, more reasonable areas, always. The closer you are to an 886, the more reasonable the area is, right? Always. February 24th, the bottom out. We didn't know the bottom was in, but dang, we did know. We did know certainly it was an 886. So the asset rallied, somehow made a higher low, and let's just say from the bottom, its literal bottom, to its highest high yesterday, 147% in 40 days. This will happen. This can happen. So I'm sorry.
Could you show me on
you
the
were
chart
doing. You
realistic
should lose your money
forks?
if you're buying
Community seems
after
to
an
be
asset runs up
They want
147% in that amount of
XRPs
time.
into security, then want Ripple to work their magic and make everyone rich. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, we already talked about it. $1, $1.50, 190. Those are the targets. Just like all the traditional TA targets for all the other charts. That I have them. We have them. Again, it's like 150 and 190. And then we'll talk afterwards. But that clearly can't happen. Hasn't happened. So yeah, yeah, dude. I looked at
Possible
that earlier today. It was terrible.
Trader Joe Exchange has full history. Thanks, Mitch.
What's up? Be mindful. Yeah, dude. Sure, we'll look at STG. Trader Joe's or something. Okay. Trader Joe Exchange. Now I'm confused. Thank you, dude. Okay, so what do you do when you're looking at the daily and you're just now pulling back after a stupendous run? There was nothing really implying. There was no like bearish divergence. It was just overcooked. I would say probably from one discernible high to the low 786. So it was a deep value received area maybe for shorts up there, but at the same time, it's just the macro. It was just following the macro. Couldn't break the 200-day moving average. That's okay. These things happen. So all it has to do, you understand, it could go all the way down to 260 again. It would be fine. Really. You just think about what it could do, just what we might look for maybe eventually, something like this. And then you start getting a massive inverse head and shoulders pattern. Or you go to 257 to go back test it as support, and it just ends up being like a major type 2 return or something. Think about this, man. That'd be type 1 happened, then the reaction, and then you sell off, and then you get the type 2, and then that's the real one, and then you go. And that's normal. That's like not weird at all. It only sucks for the people that FOMO buy, but maybe you should learn an effing lesson on FOMO buying. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you should be here or taking longs when assets are closer to the 886 versus when they're up 147% in, you know, a few weeks. Okay, there's your solo. FMC, Crime and Squaw, FMC, double time. Let me see here. FMC, is this agricultural? Yep. What a run, what a trend. Unbelievable, right? He doesn't know what's going on right now. It just knows it's mooning. Where we at? Fibonacci, high to low. 1272 fib extension. This is certainly where maybe a pullback happens. Yeah, maybe. But dang, just hidden bullish divergence on a nothing burger pullback. It's kind of crazy. It's so strong. That means, what does that mean on FMC? You are paying 127% premium on this asset if you were to buy it tomorrow. Really, no bearish edge. It's crazy. It's like Sol's 4-hour RSI. There's nothing implying a major reversal to the downside, yet you're at a 1272. You could come for a back test of the old high at 122 before going higher. But yeah, what a beast of a run. I can't say there's anything actionable for a fresh long right now as I'm speaking to you, you know? But we're in those fib extensions where any time a reaction could occur here. I don't think we'd call it any kind of formal W or anything because it's like too shallow on B and too perfect on C. It's not a formal W of any shape. So I'll just say this. If FMC was to continue up, it could come back test 122. But if it doesn't and just keeps riding, 139, 146 are your next fib nodes. That's all I can do, right? On an asset that's running away like this, we can't strategize here. There's no, how can you? You can't. Okay. Cool though. Nice run. Brilliant. Brilliant uptrend. Dang it, Aji Hall getting suspended for violation of team rules. What are you doing? Okay, next request. Something weird. Glencore, OTC. This is another one. I mean, my God, it's just mooning.
If a centipede turns into a butterfly, how many XRP will it take to change my wife?
I don't know, dude. Good question. Chat, want to answer that? Someone with more quips. Thank you, dude. I'll tell you, there is a technical breakout that has occurred on GLNCY. Glencore, metals, minerals. But it's not a low risk entry area at all. But that's cool. There you have it, dude. I mean, you're above that. If you're above that, eventually you could see 1573 above that. My God, it's insane. There's like a weekly double bottom. It's crazy. Yeah, it's a massive double bottom breakout, you know? I mean, shoot, dude. Could you imagine what happens? I mean, I don't even know we'd use a measured move. I think we just... I think, yeah, 1576. But if you ever break 1576, 1951 would be a first target. I wouldn't worry about, oh, massive major... You know, you would just think about the whole freaking chart as some sort of crazy... crazy crab pattern or something. At least a 1272. You know, even though we know the crab actually is a 1618. That's just crazy though. 2428 up there. It could take, you know, freaking year to get there, but you know, for now it's above critical areas. It looks like it's confirmed the bottom on the weekly. Shoot, with all that, there's really not much. I guess there was, yeah, from this low to the next there was divergence. But really, just look at the daily and you see you're above critical areas. You're fine above 1171. Really 1268, I think you want to stay above. But if you stay above that, 1573, 1951, and then maybe 24 in time. Wow. Nice chart. About 0.37% today. I have there's no way to look at a chart and to know when XRP will hit a previous all-time high. There's no way to do it, dude.
$DPLS daily when you get a chance. Thanks for being here, Mitch.
Thank you for the support, Mark. Yep, sure. Sure, dude. Next one on the list. Newegg. Yeah, Newegg, man. I haven't been here in a minute. It's talking about bottom. It's like basement levels still, dude. Wow. Gonna have to maybe, I don't know. Well, that's inflection now, is it? Kind of now. So you've got this massive zone, huge zone between 658 and 11 bucks. Yeah, 886 full reset. It has fully reset. Now whacked out insane move here. That's just composite operator. That was the composite man down here. Accumulated, back tested springs. And then it ran up and then it crashed. And now it's back again like a 94 or really like a 95, 97% retrace from the lows to that high. And I think if it's above 658, I think it's probably good. I think you're in good shape and you probably run to 1097. If you break 1097, that's the ticket. You have an alert set above 1097 because if you break that, historically, all that happens is 2871. So the upside potential on Corsair, I'm not Corsair, my God, Newegg, if it breaks 11 bucks, you got 160% upside. Nice. There you have it, dude. Your Newegg, out of Tennessee. They used to have good computer deals. Probably not anymore since they're publicly traded. Pfft. They get bought because they have good deals, and then they're no longer good deals. It's like Overstock.com. Like, really? They used to be real Overstock and good deals, and now it's like ridiculous, you know? It's like almost anything that gets publicly bought now just pretty much becomes screwed. And it's just like, oh, it's just a cash cow. How can we drain the consumer? You know, how can we do it, you know, the most we can get away with without a riot? All right, 297 target, I guess, from here. Sure. There you go. More $26+ for XRP stuff. I mean, I'll just, like, since you tipped like $50, I'll look at XRP again. Sure. Reasonable targets: $1, 135 to 140, 150, and then 190. Those are your reasonable targets. That's it, dude. You got to make a higher high that you haven't done in a year. You haven't done it in a year. What the, you know? I mean, maybe one day. Maybe one day. Okay, you just rejected the 200-day simple moving average again. That's not really good, you know. STG on the Trader Joe's exchange. What? Trader Joe's. There it is, man. Actual Trader Joe crypto. What? This is the most data? Are you serious? I'm doing what you asked. Possible shark. It's more like a bearish dragon that's playing out, right? Oh, BAMM hasn't been broken yet. Nice little momentum shifting structure locally. One high, the second high. Yeah, I mean, your first target here. There's a little zone here. That's the zone. I think that you're headed there. I don't know. It could hold. I mean, that area could hold. You never know. Arrogant to say it would hold or wouldn't hold. You don't know. Maybe you'll get an edge when you get there. I wouldn't ever look at this like an M shape at a support after that run. I don't know, man. I would look at it more like it's a potential shark, man. I would look at it like the bearish dragon breakout has happened and even got a back test of the old demand line as a supply line on that right shoulder. Dang. And you're rolling over now. And there was some nice bearish divergence there into bearish convergence on the lower high. I think your target's 237 to 61. If you break that, you're screwed. If you break that, that is a confirmed BAMM, and the entire chart is some sort of massive M shape. This is it. If you break 237, then the 886 is your target at $1, 102. Okay. Dang, crazy skies, man.
What about an unreasonable target from a DMT smoking Alex Cobb watcher perspective? Is there even a technical argument for $12?
Oh God, no. Of course not. I mean, no. There is no technical argument for $12. That's like, oh, my technical argument for Ethereum is 50,000. I mean, maybe 5K, and maybe even 20K, because the argument, I guess, saying 20K Ethereum, which I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like someone could try to imply, because Ethereum is a fractal of Bitcoin from 2017, which I don't think is the case at all now. That's such a dead argument. Because Ethereum would have already gone to like 10, 20K if it was real. So no, yes, $12 is you're smoking drugs. And you have drank the Kool-Aid, all of it. All the Kool-Aid was drank. And it's a cult, you know. And we have complete indoctrination, $12 XRP. Yep. Thank you for the 20 pounds super chat, mate. Yeah, I guess we're never going to see a bread stream again, or spaceship stream. We had targets on those, but sorry, dude. Maybe one day. I mean, dude, it's like, you know, you have down days, but there's like, the only technical damage done was the nice 44K, 45K area was breached. Yikes, that sucks. But if you go to the daily or weekly, it's really not a big deal, man. Everything's still kind of fine. And I've already talked about, if Bitcoin ever pivots above 37.7, hidden bullish divergence will occur in another higher low. Okay, next request, which was, I think the last one that, you know, someone requested. I remember coming here. Yeah, Dark Pulse set an insane reaction, but looks like it might be setting up for a Type 2 return. Right? Type 1. Now a new M shape's being developed. You already broke the BAMM. And you got like a bat going on that would make too much sense. Yep, yes, 50%, no question about it. Yeah, look, I would wait till 3.3 cents, and that might be the ticket for a massive long. Right? Yep. Have an alert set up around 3.4 cents. I wish there's more to talk about. That's literally it. There's a massive M shape, and Type 1 and Type 2. If you get down there, And I don't think you have any bullish divergence going on the 4 hour, maybe the daily. No, I guess it depends. If it makes an 886, it would technically be a higher low. Then you would get hidden bullish divergence argument. So I just think there's more downside. I don't think, I get probably why you requested it, because you're looking at the asset back testing February 9th high. Maybe it holds here, but doesn't it make sense, like wave structure, to see lower prices to get that type 2 return? But yeah, pay attention. Maybe somehow, some way, February 9th, 2021's high access support here, then it rallies off of it. But not if the macro keeps selling off, dude. But yeah, it was up 4% today. Advertising and marketing services. I loathe marketing companies and all that, man. Advertising is aids, visual and audio aids, auditory aids. Okay, that was last request. Yep. Back to Bitcoin. Then on the new day, done nothing really. Just it's up $240. Nice. You can't even tell. Okay. Well, we went across the markets. So I guess I'm out of here. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Until next time, respect the TA.